Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to mix a song in Pro Tools so you can follow along and get a clean, balanced mix. Quick disclaimer, mixing is a deep topic that requires a lot more than a quick video. This video is more of an introduction so you can have an idea of what to expect from future videos I'll make that cover mixing in more depth. My name is Ian Dutra from ID Sound. If you need help with a project, check out my portfolio and send me an email. I'd love to work with you. Make sure you have your session open because we're going to start from the very beginning and go step by step. For the sake of time, I have the mix ready in front of me, but I'll reverse engineer the process so you can understand what I did in the order I did it. Step 1. Open the mix window, where we'll be doing most of the work. Keep your edit window handy too. Press Command equals again to toggle between them. Step 2. Organize your session. Double-click each track name, rename them clearly like kick, snare, bass, lead vocal. I tend to use abbreviations to accommodate for details like kick drum inside mic, which becomes KDI. Double-click the track color and use the color palette to color code your session. Give drums one color, guitars another, vocals another, and so on. Click and drag tracks around so all similar instruments are together. Create groups for similar tracks. For example, select all drum tracks, press Command G, and name the group drums. This lets you adjust their volume together. Here's how you turn it off. Create memory locations to easily jump between sections. Go to the edit window and play your song from the top. As you get to each section, Control-click the marker lane in the appropriate spot and name the section. Step 3. Create a rough volume balance. Use the All group to pull all faders to the bottom, disengage it, and Option-click the master to bring it all the way up. Suspend all groups and start with the kick drum. Listen to the loudest section and bring its fader up until you hit about -20 on the master. Add the snare, match its volume to the kick, bring in the overheads and the rest of your mics. Add the bass. Listen for it locking with the kick. Bring up the guitars, keys, and finally vocals. Keep vocals just above everything else so they're clear. If you have background vocals, blend them in lower than the lead. Step 4. Pan for space. Leave the kick, snare, and bass and lead vocal centered. Pan hi-hats slightly to the side. Pan overheads wide left and right. For double-track guitars, pan them left and right. And spread backing vocals across the stereo field. This is what this mix sounds like with the volume and pan balance.
You know how they say don't talk to strangers. Well, I don't want the danger. I just want to get as far away as I can. I just want to find my way out of this world and be found into a place where I can be who I am.
Step 5. EQ for clarity. On a track, click an insert slot and choose the EQ3 7-band plugin. For guitars, keys, and vocals, use the high-pass filter to remove unnecessary bass frequencies. Analyze the tone of each source to determine what frequencies you need more or less of. Remove muddiness and boxiness and add punch and clarity to each source. If you need help finding each frequency, boost a band, slide it up and down the frequency range, find the target frequency, then address it. This is a comparison before and after all EQ.
You know how they say don't talk to strangers. Well, I don't want the danger. I just want to get as far away as I can. I just want to find my way out of this world and be found into a place where I can be who I am.
Step 6. Compression for dynamic control. Insert the Dyne 3 compressor limiter on a track and lower the threshold until you see a gain reduction on louder sections. Compensate for the loss in volume with the gain knob. To compress drums, select all your drum tracks, Shift Option click on the output selector, create a new track, and route them to a new bus called drums. On the drum bus, insert a compressor and pull down the threshold to compress moderately for punch. Level match with the gain knob. This is the mix without, then with compression.
You know how they say don't talk to strangers. Well, I don't want the danger. I just wanna get as far away as I can. I just wanna find my way out of this world and be found, into a place where I can be who I am.
Everything's a little more controlled, a little bit more even, and also a little bit more punchy. Step 7. Add reverb with an auxiliary send. Click on the lead vocal's second send slot and create a new track. Call it Vox Verb. Insert Deverb on it and choose a medium room setting. Raise the send fader until you hear a nice space around the vocal. Create a reverb for the rest of your instruments by selecting all your tracks, or only the ones you want reverb on. Shift-Option-Click the first send slot on any selected track, create a new track, and name it Band Verb. Add a Deverb plugin, and choose a setting that sounds like the venue you imagine the artist playing in, and send a little bit of each instrument here. The more reverb you put on an instrument, the further back it will sound. Here's a pro tip. Command-click the send selector to display mini send faders. This is easier to work with when you have a lot of instruments going into the same bus. Step 8. Add delay for interest. Click on the lead vocal's third send slot and create a new track. Call it Vox Delay and insert the Mod Delay 3 plugin on it. I set it to 90 and 140 milliseconds for a slapback effect, but you can also set it to quarter or eighth note for a more traditional echo. Increase the feedback to add repeats. Adjust the send fader until it's just audible. Feel free to EQ or distort this track to add flavor to your delay. You can automate it later for certain words or phrases if you want. This is without, then with reverb and delay.
You know how they say don't talk to strangers. Well, I don't mind the danger. I just wanna get as far away as I can. I just wanna find my way out of this world and be found, into a place where I can be who I am.
Subtle, but it does put the whole mix into a nice space. It helps simulate the experience of seeing the band live on stage. Step 9. Automation for dynamics. In the edit window, option-click a track and press dash to show volume automation. Use the select and trim tools to change volumes in specific times to add movement. Automate reverb and delay sends to get creative effects at key moments. Step 10. Final mix checks. Listen to a reference track in the same genre. Feel free to import it into your session if you'd like. Check for low end, clarity, and vocal position. Listen on headphones, small speakers, and your phone. Once satisfied, press Command-Option-B to bounce. Choose Wave, file format interleaved, bit depth 24-bit or 32-bit float, and your sample rate. And that's a complete mix in Pro Tools, step by step. Follow these clicks, listen carefully, and you'll see your mixes improve right away. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what Pro Tools topics you want to see next. Don't forget to check out my website to know more about my services. Thanks for watching.